Well, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Classic Training. I had actually a good friend on IG that recently submitted a request to me asking to do a calf training video. Now, I know that isn't a very highly covered topic, at least in my opinion, in the fitness community, or at least on YouTube rather, training videos. But nevertheless, I digress. I wanted to cover a video topic of calf training to show you guys a routine that I've been doing. I've kind of learned the hard way. I've spent years on training calves. Now, I know not everyone's calves respond the same, obviously. Some people have better calf genetics than others. I think mine are pretty decent, but I had to learn a certain specific way of going about it that actually proved pretty well that I didn't really start doing until earlier this year before the first competition. So I wanted to kind of cover this short little video showing a few of my favorite machines, if you have them in your gym, that can contribute to classic calves. So let's just get right into this. I wanted to kind of show you just a breakdown. It's not too much of a crazy routine, pretty straightforward, doesn't take too long, but I think you will like it, and I would love to hear your opinion on how you would like it if you tried it out.
So this is the 45-degree incline, basically donkey as they can also call it, calf press. Basically you're just sitting at a frontal angle. You can also do these reverse on a slightly different machine, but I really love the angle of this. It hits the calves very well in my opinion. And here's a classic shot of Arnold and Franco doing donkey calf raises. You rarely ever see these in the gym anymore, of partners doing it together, but basically that would be awesome to try out sometime. Now basically they have similar mimicking machinery that you could load up with plates. This is actually probably amongst my top favorites of classic calf raise machines. I really love this a lot, just the way the gravitational force pushes straight down rather than at a typical incline or decline angle. As you can see here in this video, I'm actually really going slowly, focusing on the full contraction and the extension. Now I could have gone a tad bit higher on the upper portion there, but I'm still basically going through just about the full range of motion, really digging those heels down towards the ground, putting a lot of stretch, make sure there's a lot of maximum blood flow going into those calf muscles. This is definitely a vital and important thing to keep in mind. Now there's three different types of angles: the whole head, the inner head, and the outer head. Basically just by emphasizing the slight toes inward, outward, and neutral positions, you can hit all three heads.
So basically guys, what I would like to leave you is with 4 take-home points that I've found that worked really well with calves. Number 1, it doesn't necessarily matter how heavy you go. You don't have to go crazy heavy on calves. It's more so of the second point of going slow. I've learned that going very fast, pumping out reps on calves like you would in like a regular pump workout, sure, it may pump up your calves temporarily, but ultimately, to my extent or my opinion, I don't feel like it really in the long run develops long-term gains. It's more of just a pump. So take it easy, go slow. It doesn't matter exactly how heavy you go. Make sure you do a full range of motion for number 3. That's very, very essential. I've learned that also because it's very easy to kind of go in the middle range of calves, of going up and down, and rather than going to a full heel stretch at the bottom and a full top stretch on your tippy toes in a sense. When it comes to me training calves, each set can last up to 50 seconds to a minute long. I'm not kidding. When you go and you take your time and you pump out a decent number of reps, it can last, which leads to my fourth point, doing higher rep ranges with calves. I know for especially natural bodybuilders, going heavier is a very highly recommended thing, especially with compound movements. But when it comes to calves, I've done heavy calf raises when I first started doing like 315 and stuff, and sure, it looks impressive, but honestly, when it came to making good quality gains in the calf muscles, it just did not really equate. I would say anywhere between 15 to upwards of 25 repetitions towards the end, as long as you're going slow and controlled and really contracting and extending, it's gonna make a huge difference in the long run with calf gains. My fifth point, you can't forget to do some good static stretching afterwards. Really stretching out the calf muscles. I like stepping up on a block or something and then basically lowering the heels and really stretching the crap out of the calves basically for maybe 30 seconds or so, and do a few sets of that just to really get that. It's also can be coined the term extreme fascial stretching, EFS for sure, that's a term, but basically really stretching the crap out of the calves. At the end, we'll get the full amount of blood necessary to get the nutrients in to basically fill those calves up. There's one last thing I want to show you really quick as soon as I get home. These shoes that I bought a long time ago, last year, that I've been working out with, that actually can really help potentially with activating those calves and mind-muscle connection even more. So check this out. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you something really quick here. So these are the shoes that I bought, oh geez, it was probably a half a year ago, made by Vibram. I might be slaughtering that name completely, but they're actually technically made for, commonly for running shoes and stuff. And you probably have seen these quite a bit in my IG posts in the past, especially in Florida. But I wanted to tell you, if you actually look at these, obviously they have toes, individual toes, that your toes would fit into. And what's cool about these is that they actually give you more, in my opinion, like a mind-muscle connection of your feet being, to the ground. And obviously with leg training especially, as you well know, the closer your feet are to the ground, not only the more stability and support you have, but the more connection you have with the ground to your legs. So in other words, it kind of develops that mental aspect of feeling your leg muscles work more because they become more grounded. So I feel like these things have greatly contributed to my overall expansion of like the calf muscles and the leg muscles. I don't always use them for leg training, but when it comes to especially calves, because of the toes on them, it's able to really help you grip that stand better on calf raises and on calf machines, to where you can actually use your toes more efficiently rather than having like a big bulky sole underneath a typical shoe. So I found these very useful, and I've even done sprints in them too. This is not a product advertisement, by the way. I just wanted to give you some good insight on these. Anyway, I wanted to thank you again for watching another video of this. Thank you for putting in the suggestion for doing a calf training video. I had a really good time. I hope this is insightful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you would like to see some future content that you have on your mind, be sure to drop it in the comment section below and let me know, and be sure to leave a like. If you're new, subscribe to the channel for more classiness on the way. Until then, guys, remember, never forget that every day is a golden moment in time. I'll see you guys in a bit. Cheers.